Where's the nearest burger place? We hungry.
Look into my eyes and show me adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind.
What's up, guys? I'm Kevin Nahai. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Other Side. And on today's episode, I'm going to be discussing a rather heavy topic, which is my experience over the last 7 years living with a chronic disease. This isn't something that I talk about a lot. It's very, very personal. And I just want to preface this video by saying that I'm not here to complain. I don't want this to be a bitching and moaning fest. I'm not into that. But this disease has been a huge part of my life since I was diagnosed, and I really feel like I've learned a ton from it, and I just want to share my story and tell you my truth. So, going back to October of 2011, I was 19 years old, my first semester, freshman year of college. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder of the stomach called ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is a fucking monster. To tell you a little bit about this, some of the symptoms include really, really profuse bleeding when you use the restroom. Like, we're talking about bleeding pints and pints of blood that's tar, looks like tar, it's black and it's viscous, and to see that coming out of your body is terrifying. We're talking about excruciating pain in your stomach, in your joints, in your lower back. We're talking about huge levels of fatigue where you're so exhausted that you're panting if you're just walking up a flight of stairs. You lose a ton of weight like this. I talked about this in my eating disorder video, which I'll link below. I lost 60 pounds the first year that I had ulcerative colitis. And having a doctor when you're 19 years old tell you that this is the disease, these are the symptoms, and it is incurable, according to current scientific and medical research, is really scary. Here is the thing that the doctors don't tell you about ulcerative colitis, and that doctors don't tell us about autoimmune disorders in general. They are exacerbated, and some people would argue that they are even caused by stress. The more stressed out you are, the worse your disease will be, point blank, period. There is no two ways to slice it. And I can tell you that over the last 7 years, the reason that my disease has been so awful and hasn't really gotten better until recently is that I haven't done anything about my anxiety, and I have been so stressed out not only about regular things in life, school, work, relationships, family, blah, 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 but about being sick. I've been so stressed out about having this disease in my mind that it's never gotten better because my body is always on overdrive, and because psychologically and emotionally I'm not in a good place, and that is proven, though doctors won't tell you this, to make your autoimmune disorder worse. Okay, so here's some examples of what I mean. Actually, I'm going to tell it to you this way. Over the last 6 months to a year, I've done a complete 180. My disease has gotten so much better, and here's how. I've dropped the stress. I've dropped the negative thinking. I have dropped the victim mindset that woe is me, this disease is so awful, it's never going to get better. And I have started to force myself to think positively and to practice gratitude, okay? So one of the best compliments I've ever received was from my sister the night before I had a colonoscopy pretty recently. And a colonoscopy is fucking awful. If you've ever had one, it's painful, the preparation, it sucks. And my sister was like, you know, Kev, you never complain. Like, I don't know how you do it. I never hear you complain about this. And that was one of the best compliments anyone has ever given me, because I can tell you that the reason my disease has gotten better is that I've started to become more grateful. I've started to practice gratitude. I've started to think positively. I started to envision and imagine and daydream about this disease getting better. And even though doctors tell me that it could get better, we hope it'll get better, but we have no idea, I start to tell myself, fuck that noise. This disease in a couple of years will be out of my body, gone. If I can't do it with medication or with special diets or with medical treatments, then I'll do it through meditation. I'll do it through optimism. I'll do it through believing in myself. I will do it by addressing the emotional and psychological issues that have made this disease so much worse and that arguably even caused this disease in the first place. One time I was talking to my brother, and my brother said to me, Kev, you're always so positive. You're always so optimistic. How do you not feel defeated? How do you not get eaten up by this disorder and live in fear that things are going to be worse? And I told him two things. First of all, I did that for so long. I felt that way for so long, even if I wouldn't vocalize it. And where did it get me? It got me absolutely nowhere but sicker and sicker. And secondly, I told him, look, man, being positive and optimistic is not about deluding yourself or forcing yourself to be so naive that you wish everything away or you just pretend that it's not there. It's just about putting positive thoughts and belief in a better and brighter future in your personal foreground. So you can acknowledge that this disease is shitty. You can acknowledge that it's really scary, but you actively choose to relegate those thoughts to the background. And what you put in your personal foreground is a vision for the future that you want. So the future that I want is not to live with this disease, not to take any medications, not to go to any more doctors, not to have to try any more special diets. I don't want to deal with any of that shit anymore ever again. So every single day when I'm doing my meditation, a part of my meditation is I close my eyes and I envision myself, even though sometimes I feel like I have to force it, even though sometimes it feels contrived, I close my eyes and I envision myself being perfectly healthy. No health issues whatsoever, no ulcerative colitis interference whatsoever, no more doctor's visits. And the more that I do that, it's insane. The better I feel, the fewer symptoms I actually have. I'm living proof that that mentality and forcing yourself to think optimistically actually works. Because as I said, I've done this 180. About a year ago, 2 years ago, I was being hospitalized all the time. I was trying every medication under the sun. I was having doctors perform surgeries inside my stomach and stick tubes up my ass and do shit like that left, right, and center. And now I don't have to deal with any of that shit. I take a small amount of medication that I'm hoping that I will soon be off. And I don't have the same symptoms I had before. I don't have the same interference I have before. And it's all because of what I think about in here. I practice gratitude every single day. Every morning that I wake up and I don't have to be rushed to the hospital, I'm not in pain, I can just do normal things, go to school, go to work, whatever. I take a minute and I thank the universe that today I'm healthy, and I make a point of it. And even on those days when I am really sick, even on those days when I am feeling defeated and I've lost hope, I take a minute and I thank the universe for the things that I have. I'm so grateful that I have friends and family who have supported me through this. I'm so grateful that I have doctors I can call, that I have medical insurance, that I have all these things that people in other countries would give their left nut for. I practice gratitude for them because gratitude is not about getting the things you want. It's about wanting the things you already have. And the more you want and appreciate the things you already have, slowly and slowly you start to acquire more of those things that you want. And it's just an upward spiral. It just gets better and better and better. And if you can start to address the way that you feel, take better care of yourself, meditate, be positive, practice gratitude, do all of these amazing things that are in your toolkit every single day, then the physical ailments slowly just start to wash away and you really do start living your best life. I'm proof of it. You can do it too. Thank you for letting me share my story, and please reach out to me if you want to talk about any of the physical or emotional issues that you're having. One other thing, I need to give a shout out to my cameraman, Joe Flanders. He's absolutely incredible, and he has made this entire channel possible. Without him, I couldn't do any of it. I'm gonna link his Instagram below. Thank you, Joe, and thank you guys. Please like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.